What up world? And chào mấy đứa nhỏ, chào mấy người lớn, chào mấy người già, and chào mấy người mùi thúi. This is your soon-to-be favorite Vietnamese guy, Ham I, of alwayswalmart.com. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving and stopped by my site for a huge sale that's still going on right now. But if not, that's cool. Just make sure you turn the volume up and listen to this week's latest podcast episode, where as usual, I interview cool Vit and non-Vit people just like you and me. This week, we're heading to New York by way of Texas to talk to an artist, painter, and art teacher about making the move to Brooklyn from Houston. Black cats, having a cool Vietnamese mom, Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, Burger King, the NYC subway system, art school life, Pokémon, movies that made us cry, his art, Texas, and being a proud Texan. Everybody welcome this week's guest with a big howdy, y'all, as I chatted up with the very chill and ultra-talented Mr. Loc Huynh. Hey, what up, dude?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. You hear me pretty good?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, dude. I can see you too. You're looking good.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm down with the long hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever braided in a ponytail?
Oh yeah. I always have it tied up and stuff, but I also try to let it down every now and then,
Nice.
just so there isn't so much tension on all this.
You ever do pigtails?
No, I actually haven't, but I see people who have it all braided up into pigtails, and it looks cool.
You should do one long braid with a spear at the tip. Use it as a weapon, like a vintage Shaolin monk. Kind of cool.
With a half head shape.
Yeah. Swing your head around. That'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, dude, are you like in Brooklyn right now?
Yeah. No, I'm finally settled in. I'm finally settling into Brooklyn. Like, this is gonna be like the 6th week so far.
Yeah.
Cat's getting crazy.
You got a cat, dude?
Yeah.
You brought him over from Texas?
Yep. This is Obi.
Oh shit, dude! I got a black cat too.
Oh, nice.
You got a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Oh, I got a girl black cat. Maybe we can hook him up together.
Aw. Friends, right?
That's cool. Obi? You said Obi's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Does he usually get crazy whenever you're on a video call?
No, he's usually good. It's just like my friend / roommate is also an artist, and she has been using the living room space for packing a bunch of paintings. So he's been hearing like a lot of commotion.
Yeah.
Out there. He's just super curious.
That's cool, dude. Every time I do a video call, my cat always tries to come in, but I close the doors. So I gotta leave 2 vacuum cleaners outside, my keys, a couple of water bottles so that she doesn't bother me. But yeah, that's cat life, man. It's cool.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, like, I'm just glad that he actually travels pretty well, because I drove up here to Brooklyn from Texas. So.
Yeah? Wow, dude. How long did it take?
I broke that drive up into like 2 days. That was like I broke it up into like 7 to like 12-hour stretches. Like the first day was like 10 hours. The second day was like 12. The last day was like 7. And I just stuffed a minivan with what I could fit.
Yeah.
Like I rented a minivan and stuffed it with what I was able to fit in there, and that's my whole life up here.
That's nice, dude. That's cool. I'm glad you didn't do the hyperdrive and just drink like 5 energy drinks and try to do everything in one trip.
Oh yeah, no, it was it was crazy. Like, I mean, like, granted, it's like I've only been here like going on 5 weeks now.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, that first like couple weeks was hectic.
I bet, dude. Yeah, every time you move somewhere, even if you move from Houston to like Dallas or something, it's crazy. But like that's a big move that you did, dude. But I think that's a great move for you, especially being an artist going to Brooklyn. That's a really good move.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure. And and I've actually done that move from like DFW to Houston, that was a crazy thing in itself, like a few years back.
Oh yeah, because I saw that you went to UNT, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude. How long were you? Were you just here for the 4 years, or was it like continuing education, or what?
Yeah, I was there from like 2018 to like 2021, and then I just got a great kind of opportunity in Houston to do a year-long residency.
Yeah.
And I just up and moved to Houston, and and I love Houston. Like the Rockets are my team. So like but yeah, like I love Houston. It was like a very supportive community, and it was also like the first like kind of art community that I was a part of where I wasn't like the only Asian person or let alone Vietnamese person that was like very visible and out and about in the art community there. So
that's cool, dude. Cool. So do you plan on going to Houston for Thanksgiving, or you just stay in Brooklyn?
I'm staying in Brooklyn because I am actually heading back down to Texas in January, so I'm staying up here for the holidays and just doing Friendsgivings and doing like friend Christmases.
Cool. Was your mom disappointed on hearing that?
Nah, she understood just because like moving here like burned a hole in my wallet.
Yeah, that's cool.
As is, but like but no, she was pretty understanding, and she was also pretty supportive about me coming up here too.
You must have really cool Vietnamese parents then. I called my mom yesterday. I was like, I might not make it to Thanksgiving dinner because I got my in-laws to go to. She just got heated and hung up the phone. I was like, all right, cool. Like, we'll leave it at that then.
I was raised by a single mom, so there was like, something was always like, I feel like I didn't have like the typical like Vietnamese like helicopter parent experience that like a lot of my cousins actually have.
Yeah.
But my mom never like was like, you should go become a doctor or study engineering.
That's kind of rad, dude. You kind of lucked out on there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and when I got like all like these tattoos and stuff, like she didn't disown me, even though I was living in the house. So like, I don't know. My mom is great, and she's been really supportive. Just because like, I was also a bad kid. Like I got in trouble like a lot. Like I like mooned the ROTC teacher at my high school. I like won the fights, and even through all that, my mom was still relatively like supportive. Like whatever I wanted to do, even though like pissed her off to no end that she had to like leave work and commute 40 minutes back to my high school to like essentially bail me out of like whatever.
Was your mom like was she like born in the States? Is she like a cool young mom, or did she like immigrate here from Vietnam too?
No, she came here from Vietnam like in the 80s, but she was like 19, but also she was the oldest, so like she came here, she was here with my grandpa, and they all kind of, my uncles and aunts all came like through like a course of like 5 or so years to the States during the 80s. So
that's cool. So, and you're like the only kid? You got brothers or sisters or anything?
Yeah, I have a brother that lives with my mom, and but me and my brothers, like there's 3 of us, and I was also like one of like maybe 5 Asian kids in like my school, and 2 of them were my brothers. So like
were they your younger brothers, the older brother? Are you the middle kid or
middle child?
Oh, okay, cool, nice. You were born in Austin?
Yeah, we were born in Austin, and we lived like kind of like never lived in the city proper, but we always lived in kind of like the surrounding suburbs of Austin.
Yeah.
Up until I like went to college. So
where'd you go to college at?
Texas State University, like San Marcos.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. That's where my wife's nephew goes right now.
Oh,
actually, he doesn't go to that school. He just kind of lingers around there. That's what he does. Yeah.
That's cool. So it's like I have a cousin that's there right now. He's in his final year.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Nice. How's Brooklyn life right now? How's it treating you?
It's been good. It's been like
you adjusted pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I've always visited like New York, like at least like once or twice a year for the last like 5-6 years.
Yeah,
and it's been, and I don't know, I've always loved New York, and the culture, the way of life here, how it's very abrasive sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to finally like settle in a bit. Still learning my way around, but I'm still looking up like the train times and directions and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm getting to know my neighborhood a bit more. I'm in Bushwick, which is kind of further out. So.
Gotcha. Is your roommate cool? Did you know your roommate when you moved there, or are they like a totally new person, or?
I knew like 2 roommates when I got here because they were actually friends from Texas State.
Oh, cool, dude. Nice.
Permit grabbed my way into a cool situation in which I happened to be looking for a place and was just reaching out to like some random Craigslist and spare room ad folks.
Was there a time when you looked on Craigslist and you were kind of worried to meet that person up and they might kill you or murder you and then hide you in a fridge?
Absolutely.
There's sell you for body parts.
Yeah, Craigslist is a gamble. Whenever it's like someone like immediately without even knowing your name like responds back like the next day, like they want like your proof of income and all that bullshit and security.
Yeah, you're always worried about it, kind of. Yeah.
Like, I don't think this is normal.
Dude, my wife is always making me like sell like old blenders and like old coffee machines and shit like on Facebook Marketplace or like Craigslist, and then like she's like, yeah, just sell this for me. I'm like, can I just throw this shit away? She's like, no, we can get some type of money for it. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll risk my life for like $5 to $10, but sure, if you want me to do this, I'll do this.
Oh yeah, no, like Facebook Marketplace has actually been a lifesaver like here.
A lot of furniture? You been getting a lot of furniture?
Yeah, I got my bed and like some bookshelves and stuff from Facebook Marketplace.
Dude, we talking about the bed frame? We talking about the actual mattress?
The bed frame.
Oh, okay. I thought you were getting a mattress that has like jizz and shit on it, maybe blood or something.
Oh no, like I don't trust anyone selling mattresses. There's a reason why it's like mattresses that are curved are like wrapped in plastic.
Yeah.
Prevent like bed bugs or anything.
Dude,
with that mattress.
I used to work at this thrift store, and this old man came in. He wanted to buy this old ass mattress, and it was like it had like blood stains and like fucking black stains over it and shit. And I was like, "Are you sure you want this?" He was like, "Yeah, I gotta have it." But the bottom of it was like made out of like hay stacks, so I had to help carry it out to his truck, and I had like all these hay splinters in me, and I was like, I can't believe this dude just bought this hay bed that has blood stains and shit over it. But hey, man, everybody has their shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, one man's trash, you know? Like,
another man's treasure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, this table I'm using right now is a school desk that I found on my way back from a friend's place, except it's, like, actually, like, at my height, so I'm like, oh, cool. So
nice. Does it have a cubby hole in it, too? Like, where you put your books and shit in it?
I've been like storing like brushes and colored pencils in here for like my drawing stuff.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of stuff like that where like I'll like do things like I've used like milk cartons as like little modular shelf units essentially too. So like I don't know. There's like I've been to like friends' places and other people's places, and it's kind of cool to see like the craftiness of people within like, you know, what do you do in like a room or an apartment that's like less than 200 or 300 square feet?
Yeah, dude. Cinder blocks and 2x4s.
Oh yeah,
that can do a lot
for sure. It's like, definitely. Yeah, and I have like a background in like building. Like I know how to like. It's funny. One of the big things that I brought up here was my miter saw.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you'll need that. That's a good tool to have.
If I ever need to build a shelf or like a frame or anything, I can have that on hand.
What do you do with the dust though? You vacuum that shit up or what?
Well, we like this place is so cool. Like we have like a backyard. So
oh wow, cool.
So yeah,
it's like a backyard with grass, or is it like a balcony thing?
It's a backyard that's there's no grass, but it's almost like a patio that's just bricks.
Nice.
But yeah, no, we have a pretty decently sized backyard because my friends like have a dog, so it's like for them it was always important to like have a place where their dog can actually like wander around. And so
take a shit, take a piss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice, dude. You ever been to BK and BK?
No, what's that?
That's like Burger King. You eat at Burger King in Brooklyn.
Oh, at Burger King? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That way it's meta, you know. You're like you're at BK in BK, you know.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like what was it over the weekend? I was hanging out with a friend and we were getting off of a train because he was like saying that he was hungry and there was like a bunch of spots there. And he was like, "I think I want Burger King," and we stopped by and it was just. It was way too. You can tell kind of like the vibe of the place because of how kind of like it looks. It was like you stop by there and we're like, okay, no.
But every now and then, you know, you gotta cure that Whopper craving, you know.
Yeah, but I know White Castle is my go-to. Like,
yeah, dude. White Castle is good. They don't have any in Texas though, or they say they're gonna open one soon. But yeah, around Dallas Fort Worth, they're gonna open one soon.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's like y'all just got an HEB, which is like crazy to me. That was like the one thing I missed when I was like living in the DFW area. That there wasn't an HEB there.
No, they have them now, dude.
Yeah, that's wild. But it's like one.
Yeah, dude. What other spots you go to whenever you're in Brooklyn? Like, do you have like any hangout spots right now? I know you're only 5 weeks in, but do you have like particular places you go to or chill at?
I've just kind of been meeting up with friends, kind of like I've kind of been letting my friends kind of take the lead on the way with like where they've been hanging out and stuff. Like, but yeah, I've kind of just been living and kind of like also just taking everything in and kind of like essentially just getting to know area, like having friends kind of like take the lead and like, you know, okay, you've been here for a while, like you know a better place than I do. So
yeah, cool. It's been a while since I've been to New York, but the last time I went there, I have a very vivid memory of coming home from like hanging out with some friends really late at night and then catching a train, and I was the only person on that train. But there's this other dude on there, and he was walking up and down on the subway, and he was like, "I'm about to kill somebody right now. I'm about to motherfucking kill somebody right now." And I was like, "Oh shit, I need to get off this train, dude. I'm about to die right now." First stop, I got off, and then I got lost for like 2 hours because like I was kind of half drunk and like I didn't know how to use the train system. But at least I didn't get killed or anything. So that's my last vivid memory of New York. This was probably like 2010 or something like that. So it's been a while since I've been, but I want to go back for sure.
The train system itself is like it's like, I feel like once I figure that out, I'll be comfortable to say like I live here.
Yeah. Does it still smell like piss and like garbage?
Some trains do, some don't.
Oh, nice.
It's very much depends on time, day, and certain trains.
So, like, in Brooklyn, you're just like a full-time artist, dude? Do you do anything else? Or, like, it's just like, what's your daily routine like?
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm just here making art, but I also teach as well, like,
cool.
Online teaching has been an amazing, like, revelation. I don't know. It's been like a helpful thing in terms of like, allowing me to essentially work anywhere and also like dictate my own schedule.
Nice.
So I don't know. Most of my day normally kind of starts off like kind of like waking up around 8 or 9 and just working on the computer for a little bit, and then like on Monday and Wednesday, that's when I teach at around like 11 or noon.
Cool, dude. What classes do you teach? Is it like art class? Is it like English class or like science classes?
I teach art classes online, which that's a whole thing of itself, in which it's like I've described it as I've begrudgingly become a content creator.
Oh, really? So
it's like,
is it like traditional art? Like you're teaching painting, like technique, or is it like history?
Yeah, I teach drawing, dude.
Oh, cool.
have like a thing where it's like holds the phone above like me and like you can see my hand and like draw stuff. But I've also like screen captured from like my iPad like how to draw certain things too. So like I've had to like do all that and like upload these videos and also lecture on top of them.
Wow.
To my class. And
do you ever have to take off all your clothes and then they draw you like a figure drawing? No, like in the nude? No.
Yeah, I've taught figure drawing though online, and that was a interesting experience because like we had pictures of models that this was when I was at University of North Texas.
Yeah.
Pictures of models, but they weren't nude; they were just in their underwear. And pretty much like when I was teaching figure drawing online, it was pretty much like here's a folder of photos of figure models. Draw 5 of them.
So no nude, no totally nude though.
Yeah, no one can be fully nude. So
that's weird, dude. Because I remember I took drawing classes back when I was in college too. But like, yeah, I had to draw. They were like in leotards and shit. But like, I was like, how come they're not getting naked over here? You know, I was like a little disappointed.
Yeah, no, it's but nowadays it's like a fully naked experience has to be in person. So.
Oh wow, nice. I remember my biggest memory of a figure drawing was I sat next to my friend. His name was David Lamb, and he was just telling me a story about how he shaved his asshole by sitting on the sink. He'll prop himself up on the sink and he'll start shaving his butthole. And I remember laughing so hard. The teachers, she was like, "Hey, you got to get out of the class. You got to go home." And I never returned. Yeah. But it's fucked up though, because David got to stay, but I had to leave just because I was laughing. So like, because she thought I was laughing at the models, but I wasn't. I was laughing at David's story.
Yeah. I mean, like I've been teaching for a while now, and like I've taught like the figure drawing thing, and like most of the models that I get though tend to be really cool. They tend to be like yogis, like they make great models.
Yeah, they're very flexible.
And very flexible and do all sorts of interesting poses for the students.
Yeah, dude, cool. So like, what did you major in?
I majored in studio art, painting in
nice.
Both grad and undergrad, and like I said, mom was relatively supportive about it. The only caveat is that she said like, "You're gonna have a job, right? It's like you're gonna keep yourself employed. It's like you're not gonna like mooch off me for the rest of your life."
So like, what were you envisioning to do as a career after graduating? You just wanted to be a full-time painter, or like, did you like look into other things or anything after you graduated, or?
Yeah, it's actually a very interesting story how I even like got to like art school and like going to school for art in the first place, because I don't know, when I got out of high school, I didn't even really know if I wanted to go to college. Like I was just fucking around with my friends for like a couple years, and I was in community college, but I didn't take it seriously, and I had dropped out for like a year and a half at a certain point, and at that time I was working like a shitty kind of stocking job and using all that money and living at home and using all that money to get tattooed essentially.
Yeah.
And I thought that, hey, maybe I can be a tattoo artist because I like drawing and I like getting tattooed. I mean, I was already drawing also like in high school and stuff. Like I would draw like t-shirt designs for like my friends' bands and stuff like that.
Cool.
But yeah, no, I thought that, hey, I'll become a tattoo artist. And so like there was a shop that was in town that was owned by a guy that was on the first season of Ink Master.
Yeah.
And I say like apprentice very loosely because that was more like I was hanging around at the shop for like a few months and like doing things like cleaning, taking calls. And then it was just one night I was hanging out with one of the tattoo artists, not the one who was on Ink Master, but one of the other ones who was also a great like tattooer.
And this is in Houston, right? This is all happening in Houston right now?
Austin.
Oh, Austin, okay.
Yeah. Well, and it was one night I was just hanging out with this guy drawing and stuff, and I kind of entertained the idea. It's like, I think I might want to go back to school. And he's like, no, you should. He's like, get a degree, do something, okay? And I was like, okay, maybe I'll get a degree. After I get that art degree, I'll come back and become a tattoo artist because I know because the guy that owned the shop kind of like values education and has a master's degree in like business or something.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and I was like, initially I was going in thinking it's like maybe I'll get a graphic design degree and like because that's something practical.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's what I did.
But I had like a great painting professor, and I was like, I'm gonna switch my major to studio art and painting, and I just I never looked back since. Like after and it was kind of like towards the tail end of undergrad, he kind of incepted in my mind about the idea. It's like, you can keep doing this if you go to grad school. It's like, and when you do that, you can also teach. I'm like, that sounds cool. So so while I was kind of at the end of undergrad, that's when I kind of like started entertaining the idea of graduate school. And I went. Then I went to University of North Texas, and even then, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, what made you end up going to UNT?
Okay, I'll elaborate on that story.
Yeah, just a quick one. Just give me the quick rundown of that.
So when I was applying for graduate school, I got accepted into two programs, Hunter College here in New York and University of Nebraska in Lincoln.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rather roll New York.
Yeah, but when you're like 24 and have no money, and they say like there's no financial assistance that they can offer, I chose the cheaper option.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know what? How bad could it be? And look, University of Nebraska is not a bad school or anything, but it is like Nebraska is a vibe that I just couldn't get used to within the 4 or 5 months I was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to get back to Texas. And then I just transferred my credits over to University of North Texas because I know the couple of professors that were there were like, had actually like name dropped the school. And I was like, you know what, I'll look into the University of North Texas and see what they got to offer. And I heard that it was actually a pretty good school for like the visual arts and even like music and kind of creative things. And I got into University of North Texas and finished my graduate degree there. And then I moved to Houston shortly after graduating.
Cool. Did you get to know any cool Dallas-Fort Worth artists or anything when you were around here?
Oh, yeah, no, that was a big kind of cool thing to be a part of while I was living in the DFW, which it's like, not only did I have friends at UNT, but I also got to meet people like from the kind of art community there and also like from other colleges and stuff in DFW, since there's like a lot of art programs. Like we knew folks at like SMU and like UT Dallas, UT Arlington, like TCU, stuff like that.
Nice. So so after that, like after you just, what was the career path like after that, after you graduated from UNT?
Yeah, after UNT, I was kind of still doing what I do now, actually, just making art and teaching. Like after I got out of like graduate school, I was painting in my bedroom and teaching. 2021 was a crazy year because like not only was I just graduated, I also moved to Houston, and then like I was doing like a bunch of group shows, and I got invited to like a couple of like art fairs. Like I was in the art fair in Hong Kong that year, and I also did like my first solo show in New York that year too. So
2021 was the year when you started really getting recognized.
Yeah, like, and it was kind of wild, just like immediately after graduating too.
That's really
I graduated in like December of 2020.
Wow. So, what were some inspirations when you were growing up as a kid that you put in your artwork now?
A lot of what I grew up with, like image wise, is like honestly like trading cards and like cartoons.
Oh, nice. What were some favorite cartoons growing up?
I mean, like, grew up watching Pokemon, and I collected the cards, and I always liked the art in the cards. So
nice.
It's funny. It's like Pokemon has been a strange thing that's ebbed and flowed in my life.
Yeah.
Like I was really into it when I was a little kid, and then I fell out of it, but then got back into it as a teenager because I figured out how to play the card game.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I started going to college, it fell away a bit. And then it's recently actually came back into my life because a friend of mine has been, like, collecting cards and he's like, dude, you can get stupid money with this.
Dude, Pokemon it's cool because it's like for all generations. It's like for every 5 years, every 10 years, like Pokemon will always stick around. Like I used to like when I was a kid. My nephew likes it when he was a kid. I know some adults that love it, but like it's like it spans like so many generations, dude.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like again, it's kind of cool to see like even like my Gen Alpha cousins like are still like into Pokemon and stuff like that.
Dude, did you ever cry? Did you cry during that first Pokemon movie?
Oh yeah.
You had to, right? Cool. Yeah. What are some other movies that made you cry?
Other movies that made me cry. I mean, Free Willy. I thought that was
okay. Really... Yeah. What about did you ever watch Hachiko?
Which one's that?
That's the one that has Richard Gere in it, and he has like this dog, and he goes to work one day, and then like
oh, is this the one where the dog just waits?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that one made me bawl, man. That one made me cry like a baby. But it's a good movie, but yeah, don't watch it around other people, you know? Like just watch it by yourself. Yeah. Did you cry during Forrest Gump?
No, not really. Just because, like,
not when Bubba passed.
No, it's like rough. The first time I watched Forrest Gump was actually like, so we had an economics teacher who sometimes like thinking about it now, it's like I don't know how he got away with it, but there was just like Mr. Hilsebeck, you're cool. Yeah. But I remember there was just days where he would just like, and it happened a lot, like maybe like once every 2 weeks or something, he would just like have the class just watch a movie. Nice. Nothing to do with economics, just a movie. And first time I ever saw that was Forrest Gump was in his class.
Yeah.
It wasn't even supposed to be in his class. I would just sneak in because I had friends that were in that class.
Just to watch movies?
Yeah. And, the room was dark, so, like, he didn't know that I was there.
Yeah.
But, so the first time I watched that movie was with friends, and we were, like, shithead teenagers, so, like, we would always make fun of everything.
Gotcha,
and
cool.
So be, like, so we were just making jokes and jabs around, like, the entire movie, so I never found it sad because I found it funny because of that. Like, and even with, like, God, I distinctly remember my friend Joseph at the time, like, when that part where Forrest Gump learns that Haley Joel Osment is his son.
Yeah.
Like, he just, like, mutters out, like, with the whole class hearing, he's like, all of a sudden, I felt like running again. And that's like, that's why I never found that movie sad, but because like I just associate with like my friends and I being shitheads watching that movie in high school.
So I'm guessing when Bubba's dying in Forrest's arms, you just rip a fart and just laugh, and that's like your memory of Bubba dying.
It wasn't that bad, but it was like I don't know, like we were pretty much making jokes about the whole goddamn thing.
Cool, man. Cool. Well, rewatch it again as a full-time adult right now. Maybe your perspective changes.
Yeah.
Were you ever a comic book dude? You ever comic books give you inspiration?
Oh yeah. I love comic books. Like I've read like a lot. Like it's funny. My intro in the comics was like mostly actually from Dark Horse because they did the kind of comic novelizations of Star Wars, and then I started reading the like kind of the expanded universe of Star Wars. Like whenever like we'd take a Sunday trip to Barnes and Nobles, I'd like post up at the comic section and read like a bunch of Star Wars comics. But I also read like I grew up reading like a lot of Marvel stuff. Like when I was a kid, the Marvel like Ultimate Universe, the one that Miles Morales is a part of.
Yeah.
Like, that was like the Marvel like universe that that was what I grew up with.
Cool. Do you have any favorite comic artists?
Yeah, there's a few like Steve Dillon. That's
Okay.
yeah, he does. Granted, it's like he draws people in a way where it's like they all kind of look the same. But,
Yeah.
He's a guy that I really like. Who else?
That's cool, dude. You listen to a lot of music whenever you're doing artwork?
It's funny. I like it's weird. I actually don't listen to too much music, but I have like the television on whenever I work.
Oh, cool. So you have like something in the background going on?
Yeah, I have something happening in the background, whether it's like a documentary happening where it's like I can tune back in and be like, oh, cool, that snake ate that mouse or something like that. Like nature docs and stuff like that I have playing.
You got a favorite medium? Like you like to do the traditional painting? You like to do colored pencils like Prismacolors, or you like to do airbrushing more? Like do you have something that you prefer?
Yeah, I do all that. Like I do like acrylic and airbrush, but lately I've been like, when I first learned how to paint, I was painting with oils, so I'm kind of been diving back into using oil paint.
Yeah.
And when I first landed here in Brooklyn, I didn't have like my studio set up or anything like that, so I just had to make do with what I was able to, and I had brought like large sheets of watercolor paper, so I was working on paintings on paper with using watercolor and Prismacolor on top of that.
Cool. Yeah, dude, I love your work though, man. It reminds me of like old school vintage like Vietnamese book cover illustrations, but it's like with a twist, like a modern twist that's remixed to like today's aesthetic with like the bright fluorescent colors that you use, like the mix of pop culture references that you put in. Like I love that shit. Like all those small details, man. It makes me like really stand there and look for all the details and like think about stuff. But yeah, man, it's really cool. I love it.
Yeah, no, thank you, and I'm glad that you're able to like get that because like there's some of my work where I actually like reference like old old folk art prints from like Vietnam and stuff like that, or like use like those kind of tropes, or like I'll lift like imagery from like things like red envelopes and stuff like that into like paintings.
So like what are the main topics of your art usually?
Yeah, a lot of it is things like culture and family, things that are very important to me. Learning a bit about my own family by making this work, and also I've kind of I've kind of joked about it, but it's also kind of collaboration with my mom, because I'd be asking her about things like, I'd work from a photograph and be like, hey, when was this taken? And she'd go, oh, that's when we were in a refugee camp in the Philippines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, we're coming to the States. Or like, I'll ask her the history of like a certain photograph, a certain event or something like that. And we talk about it a bit. Or like, I'll ask her like, how do you say this? Or like, I remember like growing up eating these things that I'm painting. It's like, what are they called?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man, because it gives you an excuse to kind of talk to your mom and connect with her, and it makes your artwork more personable.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, like in part of like the work I make is in part of collaboration with my mom in a lot of ways, whether it's like figuring out the translation or figuring out the story of the photograph that I'm basing like the painting on.
I love how you mix like Vietnamese culture, Asian culture with like Texas culture. Like you'll see like a Vietnamese, you're just wearing like some cowboy boots or a cowboy hat, and I'm like, man, this is like unique shit. Like I've never seen artwork like this before. It's like, yeah, it's cool, man. Like that blend is like it's so unique.
Yeah, no, I mean like I had a show like a few years back called Texanese.
Oh, really? That's cool.
It was very much like kind of pinpointing and highlighting that aspect of this cultural blend and kind of how all these aspects of my identity are very important to me, whether it's being Vietnamese or being Texan, like, and in equal measure, but you wouldn't like, I know when people hear like Vietnamese American, they don't think of like Texas particularly. A lot of people tend to think of like San Jose or like county.
I got you, yeah.
Where it's like, well, I wanted to highlight that and I don't know, bring attention to that. It's like we're very much at this point pretty ingrained in like.
Yeah, I love the way you highlighted it, dude. I think you're highlighting it perfectly. Do you like to explain your work to people? Like, is it hard to explain, or is it kind of like?
I mean, I had to do this for like the last like 8 years of my life in school, so like I'm used to it. But I'd rather just like I don't know, like I'm always more interested to see what I know what I think about my work.
Yeah,
that's why I make it.
Is there ever a time when you're just like, yeah, man, I was just fucking bored, so I wanted to paint something? Can that be your explanation? But it's weird how that can't be the explanation though. But it should be the explanation. Like, yeah, dude, I just wanted to try something different, so I did this. Like,
it's and I don't know. It's a funny thing with like painting because it could be like, again, I do have like a rich backstory for like all my paintings and stuff like that. But half the time I'm making it a painting as opposed to like displaying the photo it's based on because I want to make a painting.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm always more interested in seeing like I don't know what do people get from this? Like how do they read like my work? Because like I said, I know everything about my own. Well, maybe not everything because other people bring in their own stuff, but I know enough about my own work, especially having been there and spending time making the work.
Yeah.
I'm more interested to hear what people kind of glean from the work.
What do you want people to think of your work whenever they view it? Do you want them to just kind of like you want them to just be left like in amazement, or do you want them to like think about it before they go to bed, or you want it to be open ended, or?
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. It depends on the person's interest. Like I don't know. I like the idea of like work being like accessible to people from all walks of life and all ages. Like I don't know. I get stoked whenever a kid likes my work just as much as like a highly educated like collector.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like and everyone in between. I want people to get a piece of like, again, and it's corny to say, but it's like, when I make like a piece of art, it is literally like a piece of me there, especially with when I'm working from subject matter that's deeply personal.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I feel like I want people to at least get a piece of a story, or, if you're someone that just loves like the art history, like, be able to recognize kind of how I'm inserting myself into this kind of lineage and canon of painting, like recognizing it's like, oh, that composition is from Van Gogh painting, or like, oh, these are kind of like these moves are kind of like Matisse or something like that.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool, dude. Do you have like a favorite artwork that you ever created?
Oh, favorite artwork I created?
Yeah.
I don't know. I try not to have favorites. Just because it's
so you never created one where you finished it, you step back, and you're like, man, motherfucker, this is fucking awesome. This is like my favorite piece for the time being. You never had that moment?
I know. I'm of this philosophy in which it's like, when I create a work that I really love, and I think I might have to retire because it's like, like, I know, maybe it's a bit masochistic, but I'm always of this mindset of like, you gotta be at least a little dissatisfied with stuff.
Yeah, it gives you room to get better. It gives you space to get better, for sure.
Exactly.
Do you ever look at old stuff and you're like, oh, holy shit, what was I thinking when I did this?
I look at stuff from like a year ago and say, man, I wish I did that better.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, so like, what do you do on your days off? If you ever have time to have a day off.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's weird because simultaneously every day is a day off and not.
That's cool, man. That's living the dream then, pretty much.
Yeah,
You're doing something you love, so that's cool.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know. I go explore the neighborhood. I've been walking around a lot of the parks here, and again, been like lately. Most of my off days have been just pretty much learning the city now that I live here.
Cool. Do you feel like you've been all around Texas? You've been like everywhere in there, or most of the major cities?
Yeah, I've been the last decade of my life. I'll just round it out to that.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of bounced all over Texas. Like started off in Austin and then San Marcos, which is close enough to Austin, but it's also pretty close to San Antonio. So
yeah,
I was off there quite a bit too when I was in undergrad, and then DFW. I don't know, that was a fun time and made a lot of friends there. So it was kind of like I was in I was pretty much in the triangle of Texas, bouncing from one place for a couple years to another place for a few years and then another place for a few years. Like in Houston just had to be the most recent one. And even when living in Houston, I was I had friends in Galveston, so I'd go out there for from time to time. It's
you ever go out to those off cities, Midland, Odessa, or Brownsville, El Paso, Marfa? You ever been to any of those cities?
Yeah, I've been to El Paso. El Paso is nice and beautiful. It's it's LA light.
Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned Midland. That's where that cowboy show was at.
Oh yeah, my brother lives out there. He's a teacher out there at the college. So he's always telling me how much a culture shock it is for him out there to be out there.
Yeah, I mean, this curator I was talking to that ran the museum, he was coming there from Brooklyn too. So
really? Yeah, that's a big culture
shock for him. But I don't know, he was cool because he was super interested in bringing contemporary art to places where maybe people wouldn't think of as kind of the first place for contemporary art.
Have you been to Marfa? You been to Marfa, Texas?
I haven't, but I mean that's still on the to-do list whenever I get, because I mean I have plans to go back to Texas.
Because I think Midland is 2 hours away from Marfa. Marfa is a big old contemporary art town. It's like the small giant art town, but it's pretty cool out there.
I hear that, and it's there's the Chinati Foundation.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Have you been to the sand dunes, the Monahan sand dunes? It's right there, right next to Midland. It looks like you're in the Sahara Desert.
I don't think I have. I might have passed by them.
Yeah, that's the thing with Texas, though. It's so big that there's so many different pockets. There's waterfalls, there's sand dunes, there's small art towns. There's so much to do, and I haven't even explored all of it yet. But yeah, Texas is cool, man. It always gets a bad rap, politically, but man, I think Texas is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I don't know. I've told people here that it's I have no interest in being a New Yorker. I'm a Texan who's here in New York.
That's cool, man.
Don't get it.
I like that, dude. So, whenever you're walking around New York and Brooklyn, do you have it in your heart where you're just man, I'm a motherfucking Texan. Leave me alone. Don't fuck with me. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm Texan.
Yeah, I mean, I walk around, and maybe it's maybe because I'm new, and maybe the big city cynicism will kick in at some point.
Yeah, but you gotta have a little bit of that Texas pride, kind of don't fuck with me, all right?
No, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm very much still a proud Texan. I love Texas very much. I just also love New York too. And I don't know, it's one of the first things that I tell people, and I have no shame about it whatsoever.
Nice, good.
Cool. I feel people that come here to New York kind of want to essentially forget where they came from sometimes. And this is what and who I am.
Yeah. Putting you on the spot real quick, dude. State bird of Texas.
State bird of Texas? Yeah. Mockingbird.
Oh, okay. The flower of Texas.
Blue vine, dude.
Oh, ew, nice. What about capital?
From the capital, Austin. It's
all right, dude. All right, man. You're tried and true Texan, and you passed my Texas test.
Yeah, I know it's like small reptiles, the horned lizard, state trees, the pecan tree.
Yeah, nice. Do you know the song? Texas song?
Yeah, the deep end, the hard.
No Texas, and then you got clap. Dude, wow, you got 100 plus the bonus points too. Wow. Awesome, man. Cool. What's the coolest thing about being Vietnamese?
It's the culture at large. I think is like, it's so rich and vibrant, and I love everything from like I don't know.
And it shows in your artwork, man. The culture that you represent it shows really, really well.
Yeah, but even like I haven't been to Vietnam like since I was a little kid, but I know I love this version of Vietnam that like we've made here in America. Like that's like it's the culture that I know. It's the culture that I knew growing up. So
cool. So Brooklyn pizza or Houston come guy? No wrong answers, man. It's all good.
That's funny because it's like I don't know. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this because like I know I'm new to New York and they're very proud people too. So I understand, but I'm like, no, if I want pizza, I can kind of get pizza from anywhere, and it'll be pretty good still.
Cool.
So yeah, but when it comes to Houston, like my go-to honestly is Cajun.
Oh yeah, cool, man. Hey, a couple more questions. How's the dating scene? How's that going?
In New York?
Yeah, New York.
It's been cool.
Yeah, it's been cool.
I've been meeting a few cool people. It's been it's been interesting. It's been fun. And I don't know, it's nice that it's like there's a lot of artists here. So like it's cool that we all are like little egomaniac monsters.
Nice. You can relate to them more better, right?
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly.
Nice, awesome, cool. Better than the Houston dating scene?
I don't know if that's even comparable. I know there's cool people everywhere. Okay, it's just different. It's like even though Houston's a big city, it's like I still feel like a country mouse here. So. Yeah.
You're gonna get adjusted. I hope you don't get adjusted to the point where you become some pretentious New York a piece of shit person. So yeah, just stay who you are though. I think you're a good dude.
Like I said, I have no interest in becoming a New Yorker. I'm just a Texan in New York.
Cool. Let's keep it that way, dude. Oh, man, I got so much I want to ask you, but I know the time is limited. I haven't even asked you about your dogs yet. I haven't asked you about the Houston Rockets yet. I haven't asked you about so much other shit. But yeah, I know you got a lot of stuff to do. You got some classes to teach, some more paintings to paint. But I appreciate your time, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, let me know whenever you're in town. We'll get a drink or something.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool, man. That'd be really cool.
Thank you for having me on. Thanks for, being supporter of the arts.
Yeah, man, for sure. I love your vibe, man. Keep it that way. Don't ever forget you're from Texas, too.
Never.
All right, my man. I appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Tell Obi I said the same thing.
I will.
All right, man. Later. If you enjoyed today's podcast and would like to be a future guest, email me at walmaac.podcast@gmail.com. While you're at it, like, subscribe, comment, share, and follow. And don't forget to check out Loc's art on his website, lochuynh.com. That's LOCHUYNH art.com. Also check out Loc on Instagram at LocXHuyn. That's LOCXHUYNH. Until next time, peace, love, and do my mic.